Month if they choose to use their debit cards for in-store purchases. That is the latest in a growing trend of banks looking for new revenue streams. But now it has caught the eye of some consumer watchdogs in Congress who are asking the Justice Department to investigate. Congressman Peter Welch is the Chief Deputy Minority Whip and is leading the charge against the new fees. Thank you so much, Congressman, for joining us. You're claiming that this is, in fact, a possible antitrust violation. Explain.
Well, I'm asking for the investigation. There's two reasons. One, historically, Bank of America has used monopoly power. In fact, they had to pay $3.5 billion in a settlement in 2003 for the credit card ripoffs that really were improper. Secondly, right after the Durbin Amendment passed, the banks, including Bank of America, the Texas Bankers Association, American Bankers Association, all said, hey, we're going to go to the consumers, we're going to impose this fee on debit cards for the privilege of you getting access to your money. And it raises the question of whether this is an antitrust violation. My view, competition, that's going to set fair prices. Monopoly power in Bank of America and the other big four, they control $7.7 trillion in assets. So we want the investigation to make sure that there is no antitrust violation, and if there is, to prosecute it.
And at the same time, you know, if there is no antitrust violation, what can the government do, if anything, or what should the government do to change the bank's posture on this?
Well, two things. Number one, I think the question is, will these big banks move away from this fee-driven model where they basically have the power to pick the pocket of their depositors and consumers and move towards that community banking model where it's based on service, it's based on quality, it's based on a reasonable product. So consumers are going to have an option to say, we're going to vote with our feet and go to our community bank. The second thing is, it's a real indication of why we do need a consumer financial protection agency. Congress can't micromanage this, and it certainly can't set prices, but it can set in place a watchdog, vigorous enforcement of our antitrust provisions, number one. And number two, a consumer protection agency that's making certain that some of these bad practices that have gotten us into so much trouble aren't tolerated.
Are you going to be taking a close look at those profit numbers that come out on Monday? I think Citi, Wells Fargo, and some of the other banks?
No, you know, I'm not concerned about the profits. I think we need a strong and vital, profitable banking sector. What I'm looking at are the practices. If the banks are making good money by helping build up our economy, by giving loans to businesses that are creating jobs, families that are buying a home, that's a good thing. And I don't begrudge them their profits. I begrudge them their practices where they're using predatory pricing or market control to basically fleece their depositors. That's the problem.
Congressman Peter Welch from Vermont, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
And up next, Team Obama is still trying to make their